let's get started with the lesson. Now please look at the picture here and tell me what you see. What animal is it? What animal is it? You please.
I think it is a polar bear.
Yes, it's a polar bear. And this polar bear is going to say something. Could you guess what he's going to say? Anyone else? Thank you. Anyone else? You please.
The ice is melted and there's only one for the bear to stand.
Yes, thank you. The ice is melting and the natural habitat of this polar bear is reduced. Now, so can you guess what makes this situation? What's the reason behind this one? It is in a severe condition. You please, Liên.
I think it is global warming and overuse gas is being produced in the atmosphere.
Yeah, thank you. It's a good idea. Global warming. So take a look at the next picture. Now here you can see the two pictures of the Earth, the left and the right. Which one reflects the real world now? Left or right, guys? Left or right? Anyone? Yeah, you please.
Personally, I think it's the right side.
Okay, and what's happening in the right Earth?
It is filled with trash and the trees are very dry and there's no leaf.
Okay, so do you think that this one is serious? Yes or no, guys? The whole class? Is it serious? Yes, okay. And let's look at the two questions here on the screen. Do you take global warming seriously? That means, do you find global warming very serious? And do you do anything to improve the situation? Okay, I just need the answer yes or no. Okay, do you take global warming seriously? Yes or no? If you do, please raise your hand. Okay, but do you do anything to improve the situation? To prevent global warming? Yes or no? Okay, yes. Anyone? Okay, now for example, now Châu, please tell me something to do to improve the situation.
For me, I think like I don't throw the garbage away. Like I just put it in the bin.
Do you recycle garbage?
Yes, something can recycle like paper or the bottle.
Okay, thank you, Châu. And I see your hand, Quân, right? Do you ride a motorcycle to school? Do you walk to school?
I use the car to go to school, but I think in the future I will try to go to school by my bicycle.
Okay, thank you. So in this lesson, you will have the opportunity to write about global warming and what you think about global warming, this phenomenon, and what to do to improve the situation. The lesson today is about writing an article. An article is a kind of essay that offers you the chance to give your opinion about a particular issue. Now, please look at the book, page number 55. Now you're going to read an article written by Ben. Okay, this article is shown on the screen. And the question is, look at this one. Most people do not take global warming seriously enough. Do you agree? Okay, and then you will read the passage and find out what Ben thinks about global warming by answering these questions. There are two questions. The first one, does Ben agree or disagree with the statement? Do you remember the statement? Take global warming seriously, yes or no, okay? And the next one, do you agree with Ben? Now you guys have 3 minutes to work individually and deal with these two questions on the board. Now please read the passage on page number 55 and remember your time, 3 minutes. Okay, time's up. Okay, time's up. And now you guys have 1 minute to discuss with your partners. Tell your partners what you think about these two questions. Okay, let's go. Walk in pairs. Two of you in the same table.
Personally, I agree with Ben as well. Of course, many people take the issue quite seriously, as you know the environment is slowly starting to be polluted, and people and animals are slowly dying day by day. Now people are are taking a lot of care to recycle plastic, paper, glass, and other materials. But recyclables are available; they'll reuse them. And what is more, that they choose to walk and cycle instead of going by traditional transportation like cars, reduce carbon emissions. And I personally agree with him as now on the other hand, there are some people who believe that it's normal for the temperatures to go up and down. They really don't believe that humans are the cause of global warming, so they don't believe that they need to alter their behaviors. And some people might just be too selfish, they agree with a healthy lifestyle. Nevertheless, I think the majority of the people do believe the evidence, and they do whatever they can to combat climate change.
To talk about this issue, firstly, is have a belief that global warming is being taken by most of the people very seriously. But another statement that Ben have is he's thinking that some people do not really seriously take action in this issue. So we have to think of the solutions to make it better.
Okay, time's up. Now, I would like to invite some volunteers to tell the class your opinion. Anyone else? Anyone? Raise your hand if you want to say something. Yeah, Chloe, please.
So the statement say most people do not take global warming seriously enough. But in the article, Ben said these days people take a lot of care about recycling plastic and paper, glass, and other materials. So most people take the issue seriously. So Ben was disagreed about the statement.
Yes, so Ben disagrees with a statement. Very good, yes, the correct answer. And do you agree with Ben?
Well, personally, I agree with Ben because nowadays people do a lot of, do whatever they can to protect the environment and combat with the climate change.
Yeah. How about you? What do you do to protect the environment?
Well, I often use public transport to reduce the gas pollution.
Public transport, right, to reduce the carbon emissions. Okay, thank you. Very good, Koi. Sit down, please. Now let's check with the passage again. Now you see that Ben writes, it seems to me that most people take the issue very seriously. So that means he disagrees with the statement. And these days, people take a lot of care to recycle plastic. You can see some supporting points that he presented to us. Paper, glass, and other materials, okay? And then what is more, okay, he adds some information. They often choose to walk or cycle somewhere in order to reduce carbon emissions. The carbon emissions means the kind of gas that you release when you operate some vehicles. And here, he stated some opinions by others, but at the end, or in the end, nevertheless, you can see that this is a counter-argument. Now, the majority of people believe that the evidence and do whatever they can to combat climate change. So in conclusion, he disagrees with the statement. Okay? Now, take a look at the other questions. Now, please reread the passage and tell me your answers to these questions. How many paragraphs are there? And do the paragraphs present similar ideas? You guys will work in pairs and you have 3 minutes to discuss with your partners before you tell me what you think about these 2 questions. Now let's go.
I think there are 2 paragraphs in this, and absolutely they are not so different, right? And it shows us that people do something to protect the environment. But in this,
let's say there's some people take it.
What do you expect on the existence of the system? Yes, the whole system.
It's been in the old technical books.
Not every system before.
But the whole in education, they've been to school.
We have
Well, in the second paragraph, it's quite carrying.
in the article, and they illustrate different ideas. As the first one is interesting, the second paragraph. There are 2 paragraphs in the article, and the first one is 2 paragraphs illustrate the different ideas from each other.
Okay, so time's up. Now, what do you think about these questions? Anyone? Volunteers? Yeah, you please bow.
I see there are 2 paragraphs in the passage, and in the first paragraph, Ben shows his disagreement to the statement, but in the second paragraph, Ben agrees to the statement.
Yeah, so you mean that the ideas in the 2 paragraphs are not similar, right? They are opposing. Okay, thank you. But okay, by the way, do you think that in the second paragraph, the ideas belongs to Ben or others? In the second paragraph, is that Ben's ideas or others' ideas?
I think it is the other ideas.
The others' ideas, right? But in conclusion, what is the conclusion of Ben's here?
He said the nevertheless, the majority of people believe the evidence and do whatever they can to combat the climate change.
Yeah, so it means that he still disagrees with the statement. Thank you, Bang. Very good. Now, take a look at the writing strategy here. In your book, you can see that this is how we write today. Look at the strategy. Now, when you're expressing your opinions and opinions of others, give your text a clear structure. Take a look and pay attention to structure. Okay? You will write 2 paragraphs, and in the first paragraph, give your opinions with 2 or 3 arguments that support it, like what Ben does, right? And in the second paragraph, you give the opposing, that means the contrasting, something different, with 1 or 2 arguments supporting it. And remember, this is the ideas of other people, not yours. And you can then say why you disagree with the opposing view. Okay? It's a strategy. Now, you will read the writing strategy here and answer the questions here, just below the strategy. You can see it in your book. In paragraph 1 of Ben's article, how many arguments does he give in support of his opinion? Think about that, a number. In paragraph 2, how many arguments does he give in support of the opposing view? And the last one, does he give a counter argument? You guys have 1 minute to answer these 3 questions. Now let's go. You do it individually. Okay, time's up. Any volunteers? Anyone? Raise your hand, please. I would like to invite, how about you, Minh, Chồng Minh. Okay, for the first question, how many arguments does he give in support of his opinion?
I think that they are 3.
There are 3, okay, 3, 3 arguments. And in paragraph 2, how many?
3.
Okay, again 3. And does he give a counter argument in the end? And then you say no. Okay, thank you, Min. Any different idea? Please, you please, right? You, yeah.
In the first paragraph of Ben's articles, I think there are 2 arguments he gives to support his opinion. And in paragraph 2, there are only 1 that he gives in to support the opposing view, and I think he does have a counter argument.
Okay, thank you, Yu. So you say 2 to the first question, right? And 1 to the second one, the second question. And he does give a counter argument, a yes answer, right, to the last one. Okay, thank you. Okay, and now we'll take a look at this one. Now in the first paragraph, now tell me, how many? It seems to me that this is the overall opinion, right? Most people take the issue very seriously. And then you may read, people take a lot of care to recycle plastic, paper, glass, and other materials. This is the first supporting point, right? If recycling bins are available, they use them. It is to support the previous idea. And the next one, what is more, they often choose to walk or cycle. So walk or cycle is the second supporting point, right? So there are 2 supporting points to his overall statement. And no more, right? No more. And for the next one, some people believe that it is normal for the temperature of the earth to go up and down, and the supporting ideas, they don't believe humans are causing global warming. They don't believe humans need to alter their behavior, right? Other people, okay, this is the first one, and other people may just be too selfish to lead a green lifestyle, the second one. So there are 2 supporting ideas actually to the opposing view here. So 2 to the first one, first question, and another 2, right, to the 2 questions. But here, in the end, nevertheless, you see that? The majority of people believe blah, blah, blah. This is a counter argument, okay? So a counter argument is an argument that is against another argument. Now he states the other people's ideas and then he disagrees with it, with the last sentence, as you can see. Remember this writing strategy because you will write an article like this, just like this. Now, let's take a look at some collocation about climate change. You can see some verbs here: alter, cause, combat, lead, recycle, and reduce. And here, you see some phrases here. Now, please put the appropriate verb into the blanks. Now, you guys have, first of all, what does it mean by alter? About alter. Any volunteers? If you know it, yeah, you please.
I think it means like replace.
Yeah, to replace, right? Or to change, right? To alter means to change. Now, the whole class, please repeat after me. Alter. Yeah, okay, alter, that means to change. Okay, thank you. And how about the next one now? Of course, it's easy, we skip it. And how about combat? About combat? G? What does it mean by combat?
The combat is to, it means to fight or to rebel against.
Yes, to fight or to solve or to deal with. Okay, thank you, Tracy, sit down, please. And how about to lead? To lead a lifestyle. What does it mean by to lead a lifestyle? Khánh, what do you think? To lead a lifestyle. Okay, to lead here means to. Yeah, to live. Very good, right? To live, right? To lead a lifestyle means to live in a particular way. And recycle is very simple. Reduce, very simple. Now you guys have 1 minute to put the correct verb into the blanks. You can discuss in pairs. Discuss in pairs. Okay, thumbs up. Now, anyone volunteers? Yeah, you please. Recycle plastic and paper in class. Yes. Number 2. Reduce carbon emissions. Number 3. To cause global warming. And your behavior? Alter, to change your behavior. And green lifestyle? Yeah, very good. And the last one is? Yeah, that is to combat climate change. Okay, thank you. And let's check the answers. Very good, right? Bingo, right? Recycle, reduce, cause, alter, lead, and combat climate change. And now let's come to the next section. Now in this section, you have a chance to look at, to look at back at some key phrases that Ben uses to present his opinions. Now here, there are 4 functions here, A, B, C, and D. Now for A, to express an opinion, B, present an opposing opinion, C, present a counter-argument, and D, to make an additional point. Now please look back at the passage or the article written by Ben and tell me, and match, to match. Now take a look at this one. You see that? It seems to me that there are some people who believe that, nevertheless, and what is more, they are the key phrases that Ben has used in his article. Now please match these phrases with the appropriate functions. Now discuss in pairs in 1 minute. You can see the highlighted phrases in the passage. Okay, time's up. Time's up. Please. One, please. Anyone? I would like to see your hand. Yes, Wing, please. Wing, not Bao.
It seems to me that the CA express
express an opinion, yes, it seems to me. And
what is more is making an additional point.
What is more for making an additional point? How about the others?
There are some people who believe that is presenting an opposing opinion.
Opposing opinion means something contrasting. And the last one?
Nevertheless, is presenting a counter opinion.
Nevertheless, for counter argument. Thank you. And this is the answer to this one, right? Now, go on. And by the way, now please work in pairs in 2 minutes to think about more phrases. Okay? Think about more phrases. Two more phrases to add to this function. Now, for example, if I want to express my opinion, in addition to, it seems to me that, what else may I use? Okay? What else may I use to express my opinion? Now, usually, what do you guys say to express your opinion? Now, Lynn, please. Any idea?
The first expressing would be in my own perspective.
Yes, you say in my own perspective, but actually it is from my own perspective. Okay, thank you for the answer. Right? You say from my own perspective, then you state your opinion. And for example, okay. So if I want to add some point, what else might I use besides what is more? Anyone? Yeah, you please, Nam.
I think it is furthermore and moreover.
Yeah, you can use furthermore, moreover. Okay, and take a look at page 55 in your book. You can see some suggested phrases here, and you can use them in your raw article afterwards. Okay. Now, go on with the task today. This is the main task. Global warming is the most important problem facing us today. Do you agree or disagree? Okay, so what is the opinion here? What is the opinion here? The topic is about global warming, but what is the opinion? Which one reflects the opinion? Anyone? Do you know that? How about you, Phúc? Yi Phúc? Tell me the word that is about the opinion here in a task. Yeah, tell me the word that is about the opinion in a task. Now, for example, I say global warming is a topic, right? So what word refers to the opinion here?
Is the most important.
Yeah, the most important. Thank you. I said that, please. The most important is the opinion. So if you agree with this statement, think about this one, the most important. You will prove how important global warming is, right? Is 4, agree. And if you disagree with it, right? If you disagree with it, then you will say that it is not important. Or there may be something else that is more important than this one. That means it's not the most important, right? There is something else that is more important than global warming. Now, you guys will discuss, and now here, I want you guys to sit in groups, right? Let's say groups of 6 to discuss together, and afterwards you will write an article in groups. Okay? Sit in groups of 6. So maybe we will change your seats. You change your seat, right? To form 1, 2, 3. Okay, you 3 together. Okay, you 3 together. Then 1, 2, 3. Okay, you guys move here, right? You 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And the last group maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 8 of you. Now listen, guys, listen. In the group, you will think of 2 ideas to agree with this statement and 2 more ideas to disagree with the statement. You got me? So 4 ideas, 2 for agreement and 2 for disagreement. Ideas only, right? Discuss. And after that, I will ask for your answers.
Còn mấy cái khác liên tới cái global warming của mình để tập huấn cho global warming, politics liên quan gì tới global warming, between nations, political, greedy, selfishness. Hồi nãy nói là disagree, bây giờ nó free agree là hai cái là nó tới.
The most important problem that we are facing now, besides we have to like focus to on the problem like racism or the politics problem. So this leads to the hating people can work to each other and leads to the global warming or badly. So beside the global warming, we still need to
Thumbs up for discussion, okay? So any volunteers to tell me something about the for, right? And the against ideas. Yeah, you please, you?
Represent for our group.
Agreement, right? Ideas for agreement.
My personal opinion.
Yeah, your group's opinion.
Okay. So first for our group, the first agree is actually affect to our habitats and to also to the nature habitats of animals, and that's why it leads to our mental health and also lost the biodiversity, and that is going to be affect loss of in our life. And that is the first agree.
Okay. So you mean that if we don't take global warming seriously, we fail to maintain the biodiversity, right? Yeah, and it's detrimental to humans' life. And how about the against ideas?
The against idea of our group that is global warming is not the most important problem facing us today, because besides global warming, there are also many problems that we need to resolve. That the first is economics. That is the main factors in one country that is gonna be decide the country is increased or not. And also education is very important, because that is gonna be for students, and that's gonna be making generations, and that's gonna decide a countries for the whole world. So beside global, I think we should need pay more attention to other problems to resolve that, because it's not the most important.
Yeah, so you mean that you disagree, or your group disagree with the statement, because we should take more interest in economy and education, right? And by the way, could you tell me a current problem about economy? A problem related to economy. What is it nowadays?
The stock right now is
the stock.
Yeah, it's now
Yes. The stock market
is decreased very much.
Yeah, you see the plunge, right, in the stock market, right? And how about unemployment? Yes or no? Do you consider unemployment a serious problem?
Yes.
Yes. So you mean that we should, or the government should focus more on solving that, right, instead of global warming? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Good job. Sit down, please. Now, here are some suggested ideas that you may use in your article. Right, okay, this one, now for these ideas you can look at them in your book, right? Now, the last activity is to write an article. Pay attention, okay? Remember, okay, note this one, the number of words, only 120 to 150 words. And remember some requirements here. You must follow the structure suggested in writing strategy. So remember to look back at a strategy. How many paragraphs, for example? 2 paragraphs, okay, you remember? The first paragraph is about agreement. The second paragraph is about disagreement, but these are the ideas by others. And the last one, what to do? A counter argument. You remember, right? Now, the next one is to use at least 4 key phrases in exercise 4. The exercise 4, right? You can look back at it. The key phrases to present your opinion. Now, and the last one, to use at least 2 collocations, exercise 3, you have to use a new words in your own work, for sure, right? Now, you guys will have, let's say, 7 minutes, right, to complete the written work. Now, it's time to write. Write an article.
Rồi cái câu tiếp theo là gì? Mọi người, cái câu tiếp theo là gì?
Now hurry up.
Ý là tới đây mình biết cái câu đầu tiên là đang về trình bày về global warming, là mình đang là agree về cái việc global warming là important, đúng không? Thì tao tính ghi chuyển qua cái đoạn tiếp theo á là but beside carbon emission. Beside thôi. Beside carbon emission lead to global warming, đúng không? There are many things to lead to green lifestyle, xong rồi mình liệt kê mấy cái khác ra là để cho disagree point của mình á. Ý là để cái câu chuyện đoạn là phải dọn mà kiểu xài collocation là sẵn nó xài 2 cái. Ok.
Cái gì phrase? Many phrases. Yes, we need to.
Green lifestyle. Cái collocation đó, cái collocation.
Yeah. Rồi chuyển qua opposing view đi. Opposing view.
Là cái này đang là opposing view.
Đây là opposing view hả? Beside sao opposing view được? Beside là thêm ý mà. Đúng không? Ôi giờ phải đổi qua khác hả? Đâu? Thêm cái ý dùng cái gì? Đó, however nè. Đó, however nè. Đó, dùng mấy cái người ta đó. However. Right. Cái này phải là tí ý của người khác này, chứ phải ý của chúng ta. Ý chúng ta là ý trên này nè. Ý này ý của người khác là phải thêm cái chỗ là there are gì đó. Some people who believe that. Dưới này nè. There are some people who believe that. There are many threats we need to solve.
Sao đâu mà dùng now phrase.
So time's up. Now I would like to invite one group to come here and present your work to other people. And the class, okay, the audience will make comments on or to give feedback on the group's work. Now make sure that you answer this, okay, these requirements, right? To make sure that, okay, whether the group did follow the structure suggested in the writing strategy, or did they use at least 4 key phrases to present their opinions, or did they use at least 2 collocations in exercise 3? Okay, so Nam, please, okay, your group, please come here, right, and bring the work here and present to the audience your ideas.
So you see, global warming is obviously the major contributor to the destruction of the Earth. From our group perspective, we strongly agree with this statement. On the one hand, we need to protect our planet because of global warming. To solve the problem, the governments should gather together to discuss this issue. That will increase the cooperation among countries. But on the other hand, nowadays, COVID-19 is the more significant problem which leads to economic crisis should be brought into consideration. Furthermore, global warming is just a problem that doesn't affect to human health as directly as the disease. Millions of people passed away due to the COVID-19, and in conclusion, global warming is probably the most serious problem which we face, and we should worry about it. That is our presentation. Thank you for listening.
Okay, so thank you for the group's work and your presentation. Now just, okay, tell me class, now did they follow the structure suggested in the writing strategy? Yes or no? Yes, okay. There are 2 opinions, okay, to agree with a statement in the task, and 2 opposing views. Very good. And there is 1 counter argument. Very good. And did they use the key phrases in exercise 4? Okay, what are they? Now, as we can see, the first one is from my perspective. On the one hand, right? On the other hand. That's very good, right? To present your opinions. And did they use 2 collocations in exercise 3? Yes, right? You say yes? Yes. Okay, what are they? Global warming. What else? What else? Okay, that's it. That's it, okay. So 1 collocation, global warming, that's good enough. So that's the end of our lesson today. Thank you very much for your enthusiasm and cooperation. Goodbye, class.